Good morning, students. In the last session, we had talked about the stem cells, and we had studied that depending upon the source, we have two types of stem cells. That is, those which are obtained from the embryo are called embryonic stem cells, and those which are in the adults are called as the adult stem cells. So let us continue further. Embryonic stem cells. Embryonic cells before differentiation are called as embryonic stem cells. Zygote undergoes repeated mitotic cell division to form embryo. Cell differentiation starts from 14th day of conception. So we are talking about the stem cells in human beings. We know that sexual reproduction takes place in them and that the two gametes fuse with one another to form a diploid zygote, and that this phenomena is called as fertilization. And this zygote undergoes repeated cell division to give rise to a embryo. Now all the cells of the embryo are alike, and they are not yet differentiated. Differentiated in the sense that they have not yet formed cells that will give rise to different types of organs in the body, like the bone cells or liver cells or the neurons or the other cells of the body. So embryonic cells before differentiation are called as embryonic stem cells. So the embryo comprises of a group of cells which are all alike and that have not yet differentiated. Cell differentiation starts from 14th day of conception. So when does this differentiation start from? So conception refers to the fusion of male and female gamete, which we call it as fertilization. So the day fertilization takes place, from there the 14th day, the cells of the embryo will start dividing. So cell differentiation starts from 14th day of conception. So the day fertilization occurs from that day to the 14th day. So after 14th day onwards, we find that the embryonic stem cells, they start differentiating and giving rise to the cells which will eventually form the different organs in the body. So what are these different cells? They are osteocytes. Osteocytes are the bone cells. Hepatocytes, liver cells, and neurons are formed due to differentiation. So different types of cells, that is those which will give rise to the bone cells and liver cells and neurons, all are going to be formed from the embryonic stem cells. So this is what is referred to as cell differentiation. That is the phenomenon in which the stem cells will give rise to different cells, and these cells in turn will give rise to different organs in the body. 220 different types of cells are formed from single type of embryonic stem cells. So how many different types of cells are formed? 220. So it's a big number, and all these different types of cells are formed from one single type of cell, that is the embryonic stem cells. Stem cells are primary type of undifferentiated cells with self-multiplying ability. Now we know that the stem cells are the ones which have got this property of self-multiplying, that is they can form more number of cells of their own type, or we even refer to this as self-replicating. So stem cells have this property of self-replicating or self-multiplying, and they have got this ability, and they are the primary type of undifferentiated cells. They are called parent cells of all types of cells. So it is rightly called as parent cell because they are the ones which will give rise to different types of cells in the body. This property of stem cells is called as pluripotency. So pluripotency is a property of stem cells on account of which they can give rise to different types of cells in the body. So this property of the stem cells to give rise to different types of cells is referred to as pluripotency. Human pluripotent stem cell, one of the cells that are self-replicating are derived from human embryos or human fetal tissue and are known to develop into cells and tissues of the three primary germ layers. So they are referred to as the human pluripotent stem cells. So from this definition, it is very clear that the embryonic stem cells are undifferentiated and they have this property of self-replicating, and they are derived from human embryo. So stem cells that are present in the embryo, or they may be even found in the human fetal tissue, that is the umbilical cord. We have seen that the umbilical cord also comprises of the stem cells and are known to develop into cells and tissues of the three primary germ layers. So this is another important point. We have studied about the three germ layers, that is the inner endoderm, the middle mesoderm, and the outer ectoderm. So all these three primary germ layers are also formed from the embryonic stem cells, and these three germ layers in turn will finally give rise to the various organs and organ systems in the body. So this is about the embryonic stem cells. Let's see more details in the next slide. We know that the stem cells can be obtained from variety of places like the embryo or the umbilical cord, the cord blood, and even in adult stage we can obtain the stem cells. They have got a lot of functions, that is the stem cells which are collected and they can be preserved for a very long time. We know how to preserve them, and these cells in turn can be very useful to the person when he suffers from some kind of diseases, particularly the disease related to blood like cancer, leukemia, or anemia, etc. They can be even used to replace the dead cells in the body. They can be even used to replace the cells which have been damaged due to chemotherapy. So stem cells have got variety of uses. So just let us see that if the stem cells are obtained from the embryo, then when they should be obtained. So stem cells collected before differentiation. We know that the differentiation of the cells into different types will start after the 14th day of conception. So ideally, between 5th to the 7th day, the stem cells should be collected, cultured with biochemical stimulus in laboratory. Now, these cells will be collected between 5th to the 7th day, and they will be stored. Whenever they are required, we need to allow them to differentiate, because they are stem cells. All cells are of the same type. Now in a later stage, when you want them to differentiate so as to give you different types of cells and tissues and finally organs, in that case you need to make them divide, and to divide these stem cells you will need certain biochemical stimulus that will trigger the differentiation of the cells. So these stem cells are cultured, that is they are grown with biochemical stimulus in the laboratory. Now the researchers have found this biochemical stimulus to be a protein. There is a protein which acts as a trigger and it kickstarts the process of differentiation of the stem cells. So once the differentiation starts, they can be converted into desired type of cell, thereby tissues and finally organs. So organs can also be prepared in this particular manner. All this is still a work of research, and yet we have not been very successful in this, but research is going on in this context. So these stem cells can be converted into a particular type of cell that is required, and those cells will give rise to tissues and finally organs. So this is what is the importance of stem cells.